Luxury status. Written and published by Rich Audiobooks. Lesson 1. Hermes is about legacy, not logos. In the rarefied air of true luxury, where whispers carry more weight than shouts, Hermes stands as a testament to the power of heritage over hype. Founded in 1837 as a harness workshop in Paris, this family-controlled institution has masterfully navigated nearly 2 centuries of changing tastes, while remaining steadfastly committed to its founding principles of exceptional craftsmanship and understated elegance. The uninitiated might recognize the distinctive orange boxes, or catch glimpses of the coveted Birkin bag, but true connoisseurs understand that Hermes operates in a dimension far removed from the typical luxury landscape. Within its ateliers, artisans who have trained for decades work with the same tools and techniques used by their predecessors, creating pieces that transcend the temporal nature of fashion to become multi-generational treasures. The house's most exceptional offerings never appear in its boutique windows or on its website. These pieces, known as special orders or horseshoe stamps denoted by a tiny horseshoe mark, represent the pinnacle of Hermes craftsmanship. Available only to the most dedicated clients, these bespoke creations might include a custom-designed silk scarf depicting a family estate, or a leather-lined private jet interior, or a one-of-a-kind piece of furniture that takes years to complete. What sets Hermes apart in the ultra-luxury sphere is its unwavering dedication to control and authenticity. Unlike many of its competitors, Hermes has resisted the siren call of mass production and licensing deals. Each leather good is crafted by a single artisan who signs their work upon completion, a practice that ensures both quality and accountability. This commitment to excellence naturally limits production, creating genuine scarcity that no marketing campaign could authentically replicate. The true language of Hermes is spoken through subtle details that only initiates can decode. The specific shade of gold hardware on a bag, the unique placement of a stamp, or the precise angle of a stitch. These are the quiet signifiers that communicate membership in an exclusive circle. The house's most loyal clients understand that the most prestigious pieces are often the least conspicuous, like the simple garden party tote in natural buffalo leather that cost more than many cars. Beyond its leather goods, Hermes maintains a vast universe of collections that rarely receive public attention. The Petit Haut Laboratory, where artisans create unique pieces from premium materials that didn't meet the house's exacting standards, produces some of the most innovative and sought-after items in the Hermes portfolio. These pieces never appear in catalogs and are available only through private appointments at select locations. The relationship between Hermes and its most valued clients extends far beyond transactions. The house hosts intimate gatherings where artisans demonstrate their craft and collectors share their passion for the Maison's heritage. These events, never publicized and strictly invitation only, foster a sense of community among those who understand that true luxury is about appreciation rather than acquisition. In an era where luxury brands increasingly chase trends and social media validation, Hermes remains resolute in its commitment to timeless excellence. The house's power lies not in its ability to create desire through marketing, but in its unwavering dedication to craftsmanship that speaks for itself. This is why those who truly understand luxury often say that Hermes doesn't sell products, it preserves a legacy, one stitch at a time. Lesson 2. Patek Philippe is worn by generations. The phrase, "you never actually own a Patek Philippe, you merely look after it for the next generation," isn't just clever marketing. It's a profound statement about generational wealth and the transmission of values. Within the world's most exclusive circles, a Patek Philippe timepiece represents far more than just a watch. It embodies a philosophy of preservation, heritage, and sophisticated taste that distinguishes old money from new. Founded in 1839, Patek Philippe produces fewer than 50,000 watches annually, a deliberately modest number that ensures each timepiece remains a rare treasure. The manufacturer's commitment to maintaining such limited production runs contrary to standard business logic, but it's precisely this restraint that makes these watches so coveted among the ultra-wealthy. The scarcity is genuine, not manufactured, and the waiting lists, some extending beyond a decade, are legendary among collectors. The true connoisseurs of Patek Philippe understand that the most exceptional pieces are never displayed in boutique windows. The brand's most complicated watches, often commanding prices in the millions, are offered privately to established collectors through a carefully cultivated network of relationships. These exceptional timepieces, featuring complications like perpetual calendars, minute repeaters, and celestial maps, serve as mechanical calling cards among the global elite. What sets Philippe apart in the ultra-luxury watch market is its unparalleled investment value. Unlike most luxury goods that depreciate upon purchase, Patek Philippe felt timepieces frequently appreciate, sometimes dramatically. The Henry Graves Super Complication, commissioned in 1925, sold for $24 million, 0 cents at auction in 2014, marking it as one of the most valuable timepieces ever sold. This investment aspect attracts a specific type of collector, one who views their watch collection as both a passion and a sophisticated portfolio diversification strategy. The brand's private salon in Geneva offers an experience that transcends typical luxury retail. Here, serious collectors are invited to private viewings of rare pieces, many of which will never be seen by the general public. These appointments often involve multiple generations of a family, as fathers introduce sons to their future inheritance, and mothers pass down the tradition of collecting to their daughters. The experience reinforces the notion that owning a Patek Philippe is about stewardship rather than mere possession. The manufacturer's archive department maintains detailed records of every watch they've ever produced, dating back to the company's founding. This meticulous documentation allows owners to trace their timepieces' history and, more importantly, ensures that future generations can maintain the authenticity and provenance of their inherited pieces. This level of detail and care speaks to the brand's understanding that their watches are not merely timekeeping devices, but rather tangible links between past and future. In the rarefied air of ultra-luxury watchmaking, Patek Philippe stands apart not just for the quality of their timepieces, but for their role in marking significant moments in wealthy families' histories. These watches are often given to mark major life achievements, graduations, business successes, marriages, and become physical embodiments of family traditions and values. The subtle acknowledgement between Patek Philippe owners goes beyond recognizing the watch itself. It's an understanding that they share a similar approach to wealth, legacy, and the responsibility of preserving excellence for future generations. The ultra-wealthy appreciate Patek Philippe because the brand mirrors their own values, discretion, excellence, and a long-term perspective that extends well beyond their own lifetimes. In a world of rapid consumption and disposable luxury, Patek Philippe remains steadfast in its commitment to creating timepieces that will tick steadily through the centuries, marking time for generation after generation of the world's most discerning families. Lesson 3. Loro Piana whispers wealth. In the rarefied world of ultra-luxury, Loro Piana stands as a testament to the power of subtlety and the pursuit of absolute quality. Unlike brands that rely on obvious logos or flashy designs, Loro Piana has built its reputation on an almost obsessive dedication to sourcing and crafting the world's finest natural fibers. This is a brand that speaks so softly that only those truly versed in luxury can hear its message. At the heart of Loro Piana's mystique lies its legendary relationship with vicuna, the rare Andean camelid whose wool is considered the finest and most precious in the world. The brand has gone to extraordinary lengths to preserve and protect these animals, establishing conservation programs in the Andes and developing sustainable harvesting practices that benefit both the species and local communities. A single vicuna yields just 250 grams of wool per year, and it takes the fiber from multiple animals to create just one coat. Explaining why Loro Piana vicuna garments can command prices well into 6 figures. The brand's pursuit of excellence extends beyond vicuna to other exceptional materials. Their buyers traverse the globe seeking the finest baby cashmere from Inner Mongolia, the most delicate merino wool from New Zealand, and the rarest lotus flower fabric from Myanmar. These quests aren't merely about acquiring materials, they're about building relationships with suppliers that seem almost impossibly high in today's mass production world. What truly sets Loro Piana apart is its ability to transform these extraordinary materials into products of understated elegance. A Loro Piana sweater might look deceptively simple to the untrained eye, but those who know can recognize the perfect drape of the fabric, the precision of the knitting, and the incomparable softness that comes only from the finest fibers. This is luxury that doesn't need to announce itself. It's evident in every touch, every wear, every moment. The brand's distribution strategy reflects this philosophy of discreet excellence. While owned by LVMH since 2013, Loro Piana maintains a deliberately limited retail presence. Their stores are designed as peaceful sanctuaries where clients can take their time exploring materials, and consulting with knowledgeable staff who often have decades of experience with the brand. Many of their most exceptional pieces never make it to the shop floor, reserved instead for private viewings with long-standing clients. These client relationships form another crucial aspect of the Loro Piana experience. The brand hosts intimate events where customers can learn about fiber selection, meet craftspeople, and preview upcoming collections. These gatherings are never publicized and operate on a strictly invitationally basis, creating a sense of community among those who appreciate the brand's uncompromising approach to quality. What makes Loro Piana particularly fascinating is how it has managed to maintain its position as a signifier of true wealth in an era of abundant luxury goods. While other brands have succumbed to the temptation of widespread distribution and logo-heavy designs, Loro Piana has stayed true to its founding principles. The brand understands that real luxury isn't about being seen, it's about knowing. A Loro Piana garment might cost 10 times more than a similar-looking piece from another brand, but those who choose it aren't paying for recognition. They're investing in an unparalleled level of quality and craftsmanship that can only be fully appreciated through experience. This dedication to excellence without ostentation has made Loro Piana the choice of those who inhabit the highest echelons of wealth and power. From tech billionaires to old money families, those who can afford anything often choose Loro Piana precisely because it says everything while appearing to say nothing at all. Lesson 4. Richard Mille tells time in millions. In the rarefied air of haute holagerie, Richard Mille stands apart as a revolutionary force that has redefined what a timepiece can be. Founded in 2001, the brand emerged as the enfant terrible of luxury watchmaking, daring to combine cutting-edge materials from Formula One racing with traditional Swiss craftsmanship. Each Richard Mille timepiece serves as a mechanical testament to the possibilities of human ingenuity, with price tags that frequently surpass the $1 million mark. The brand's philosophy centers on creating racing machines for the wrist, incorporating materials like grade 5 titanium, carbon TPT, and ceramic that were previously unheard of in watchmaking. These aren't merely watches, they are mechanical art pieces that push the boundaries of what's technically possible. The RM27 Tourbillon, famously worn by Rafael Nadal during professional tennis matches, weighs less than 20 grams, including the strap, yet can withstand forces exceeding 10,000 G. Production numbers at Richard Mille are deliberately kept extremely low, with some models limited to just 5 pieces worldwide. This scarcity has created an underground economy where preferred clients receive discreet calls about available pieces, and waiting lists exist for the privilege of joining waiting lists. The brand produces fewer than 5,000 watches annually, with each piece requiring months of handcrafting by master watchmakers. The collector community surrounding Richard Mille operates in whispered conversations and private watch groups. These networks facilitate trades and sales that never reach the public market, where pieces can command multiples of their original retail prices. Stories circulate of collectors purchasing entire collections of Richard Mille watches just to gain access to a single coveted reference, such as the RM56-2 Sapphire Tourbillon. What sets Richard Mille apart in the ultra-luxury watch space is its unapologetic approach to innovation and pricing. While traditional haute holagerie brands often hide their prices and speak in euphemisms about value, Richard Mille boldly announces its status as the world's most expensive watch brand. This transparency has attracted a new generation of wealth, particularly tech entrepreneurs and young billionaires who appreciate both the technical innovation and the unabashed luxury positioning. The brand's relationship with its clients goes far beyond the typical retailer-customer dynamic. Richard Mille creates bespoke experiences for its collectors, including private track days with Formula One teams, exclusive golf tournaments, and intimate dinners with the watchmakers themselves. These events foster a sense of community among owners while maintaining the brand's position at the pinnacle of luxury watchmaking. Each Richard Mille timepiece tells a story of technical mastery and exclusivity. The movements are architectural marvels visible through sapphire crystal cases, displaying hundreds of precisely engineered components working in perfect harmony. The brand's ability to combine this technical excellence with avant-garde design has created a new category of ultra-luxury timepieces that serve as immediate identifiers of extreme wealth and sophisticated taste. In the world of Richard Mille, time isn't simply measured, it's celebrated through mechanical masterpieces that push the boundaries of both engineering and price points. The brand has achieved something remarkable, creating timepieces so exclusive and technically advanced that they've become instant symbols of belonging to the world's most elite circles, where price is truly no object in the pursuit of horological excellence. Lesson 5. Berluti makes shoes fit for billionaires. In the rarefied world of ultra-luxury footwear, Berluti stands alone as a testament to what happens when artisanal excellence meets generational knowledge. Founded in 1895 by Alessandro Berluti, this Parisian house has transformed the simple act of crafting shoes into an art form that captivates the world's most discerning clientele. Unlike other luxury shoe brands that focus on seasonal collections and mass production, Berluti maintains an unwavering commitment to bespoke craftsmanship that attracts billionaires and connoisseurs who understand that true luxury lies in the details only they can appreciate. The signature Berluti patina is perhaps the most visible manifestation of this philosophy. Each pair of shoes undergoes a complex coloring process that can take up to 6 weeks to complete, creating unique variations in tone and depth that make every piece one of a kind. Master colorists apply multiple layers of dye and polish, working the leather by hand until it achieves a rich, multidimensional finish that seems to glow from within. This patination process has become so renowned that collectors often speak of their Berluti shoes as living art pieces, with colors that evolve and deepen over time. The bespoke journey at Berluti is an experience reserved for those who understand that exceptional quality cannot be rushed. Initial consultations often take place in private salon rooms, where master craftsmen take more than 50 precise measurements of each foot. These measurements form the basis for a unique wooden last that will be used to create the client's shoes. The waiting period for a single pair can extend beyond a year, but for Berluti's clientele, this delay only adds to the allure. It's not uncommon for clients to place orders for multiple pairs simultaneously, creating a perpetual cycle of anticipation and delivery. What truly sets Berluti apart is its ability to foster exclusive communities among its clients. The Swan Club, named after the company's first Oxford shoe design, is an invitation-only society of Berluti enthusiasts who gather for private events where they practice the art of shoe polishing while sharing rare vintages from personal wine collections. These gatherings have become legendary in ultra-wealthy circles, with membership passed down through generations alongside the shoes themselves. The expansion of Berluti beyond footwear into ready-to-wear and leather goods has been executed with the same attention to detail that made their shoes legendary. Under the creative direction of Alessandro Sartori and later Chris Van Ascheff, the brand has maintained its position as a subtle signifier of extreme wealth. A Berluti bag or jacket carries the same quiet authority as their shoes, recognized only by those who understand the level of craftsmanship and heritage they represent. The true power of Berluti lies in its ability to serve as a global passport among the ultra-wealthy. A pair of Berluti shoes, especially those with a distinctive patina, can spark conversations in boardrooms and private clubs from Tokyo to New York. They represent membership in an unspoken fellowship of people who value heritage, craftsmanship, and the patience required to obtain truly exceptional things. In a world where luxury is increasingly accessible, Berluti remains steadfastly committed to creating pieces that cannot simply be bought off a shelf, regardless of one's wealth. It's this combination of exceptional quality, limited accessibility, and cultural significance that makes Berluti not just a shoe manufacturer, but a curator of billionaire culture. Lesson 6. Brunello Cucinelli defines quiet luxury. In the rolling hills of Umbria, Italy, sits the medieval hamlet of Solomeo, where Brunello Cucinelli has created something far more significant than a luxury fashion brand. He's established a modern-day philosophical enterprise that has captured the attention of the world's most discerning consumers. The brand's approach to luxury is deeply rooted in humanistic values, making it particularly appealing to those who seek meaning beyond mere materialism. Cucinelli's vision extends far beyond the creation of exquisite cashmere sweaters and impeccably tailored clothing. His company operates on what he calls humanistic capitalism, where profit and human dignity coexist in perfect harmony. This philosophy resonates deeply with tech titans and old money families who understand that true luxury lies not just in the quality of materials, but in the ethical framework behind their creation. The brand's production methods are a testament to this philosophy. Each piece is crafted by artisans who work in light-filled workshops in Solomeo, earning wages significantly higher than industry standards. These craftspeople don't operate on traditional factory schedules. Instead, they work according to a rhythm that honors both their craft and their humanity. This approach to production naturally limits output, creating an organic scarcity that attracts those who understand that true luxury cannot be mass-produced. What sets Brunello Cucinelli apart in the ultra-luxury sphere is its ability to exist at the intersection of understated elegance and profound purpose. Silicon Valley executives, who could wear anything they choose, often select Cucinelli's pieces precisely because they communicate success without ostentation. The brand's neutral palette, exceptional materials, and subtle details speak to those who wish to project refinement rather than flash. The company's distribution strategy further reinforces its position in the ultra-luxury market. While not explicitly invitation-only, Brunello Cucinelli pieces are available through a carefully curated network of stores and select high-end retailers. The brand's own boutiques often feel more like private clubs than retail spaces, with personal shoppers who develop long-term relationships with clients and often reserve special pieces for their most valued customers before they ever reach the shop floor. The Solomeo experiment, as it's often called, extends beyond fashion into cultural preservation and education. Cucinelli has restored the entire medieval village, establishing schools of craftsmanship, building a theater, and creating gardens where employees can spend their lunch breaks. This holistic approach to luxury, one that encompasses culture, education, and community, has created a new paradigm that particularly appeals to those who view their purchasing power as a means to support a greater vision. Perhaps most tellingly, Brunello Cucinelli has become the unofficial uniform of a certain tier of wealth that prefers to fly private but would never dream of posting about it on social media. The brand's clients often discover it through word-of-mouth recommendations within their social circles, drawn to its combination of unparalleled quality and ethical luxury. They appreciate that wearing Cucinelli communicates not just financial success, but intellectual and cultural sophistication. The brand's influence on the concept of quiet luxury has been profound, creating a new category of understated elegance that serves as a counterpoint to logo-driven fashion. In Cucinelli's world, luxury is not about being seen, it's about knowing. It's about the weight of a perfectly knitted cashmere sweater, the drape of an unstructured jacket made from the finest materials, and the satisfaction of supporting a business model that elevates both the maker and the wearer. Lesson 7. Audemars Piguet is a collector's code. In the rarefied air of haute horlogerie, Audemars Piguet stands as a testament to both revolutionary design and steadfast tradition. The brand, still owned by the founding family since 1875, represents something far more significant than merely a luxury timepiece manufacturer. It serves as a subtle code among the world's most discerning collectors and connoisseurs. The story of Audemars Piguet's ascent to legendary status pivots around a single, audacious moment in 1972, the introduction of the Royal Oak. At a time when fine watches were exclusively crafted in precious metals, AP dared to launch a steel sports watch with a price tag higher than most gold timepieces. The octagonal bezel, inspired by vintage diving helmets, and the integrated bracelet design created by Gerald Genta would forever alter the landscape of luxury watchmaking. This bold move demonstrated that true luxury isn't about materials alone, but about vision, execution, and breaking established norms. Among ultra-wealthy collectors, owning an Audemars Piguet transcends the simple act of purchasing a watch. The most coveted pieces rarely appear in boutiques, and acquiring them requires more than just substantial wealth. The brand maintains an intricate network of relationships with collectors, often extending invitations to acquire limited editions based on one's history with the manufacturer and understanding of horology. This creates an invisible hierarchy where certain collectors gain access to pieces that others, regardless of their wealth, simply cannot obtain. The manufacturer's complications department produces some of the most sophisticated timepieces in existence, with certain models taking years to complete. These masterpieces often change hands privately, never appearing in public sales or boutiques. The ultra-wealthy cognoscenti understand that these pieces represent the pinnacle of mechanical achievement, where each component is finished by hand to standards that exceed any practical requirement. Within AP collector circles, the language spoken isn't about price tags or status. It's about reference numbers, movement innovations, and dial variations. The ability to discuss the subtle differences between a 15,202 and a 15,300, or to appreciate the significance of a perpetual calendar skeleton, serves as a passport into a community where wealth is assumed but knowledge is currency. This intellectual aspect of collecting AP creates a unique dynamic where even billionaires must demonstrate their horological acumen to access the most exclusive pieces. The brand's Le Brassus workshop, nestled in the Vallée de Joux, continues to produce watches using traditional methods alongside cutting-edge innovation. Collectors who receive invitations to visit these facilities often describe it as a transformative experience, one that deepens their appreciation for the brand's heritage and technical mastery. These visits are carefully orchestrated affairs, offering insights and access that money alone cannot buy. AP's position in the ultra-luxury watch market is unique. It produces fewer watches annually than many of its competitors, yet its influence on the industry and culture of collecting is outsized. The brand has masterfully balanced innovation with tradition, creating pieces that push the boundaries of mechanical watchmaking while maintaining the classical codes of. For the ultra-wealthy collector, an Audemars Piguet isn't just a status symbol. It's a declaration of belonging to a select group that values horological excellence above all else. The true significance of Audemars Piguet in the world of the ultra-wealthy lies not in its price points or exclusivity, but in its role as a marker of sophisticated taste and deep understanding of mechanical artistry. It represents membership in an unspoken fellowship of collectors who recognize that true luxury is about appreciation, not just acquisition. In this way, AP has transcended its role as a watchmaker to become a cultural signifier among those who shape the very definition of modern luxury. Lesson 8. Bugatti, Speed and Status Combined. The very mention of Bugatti evokes a realm where automotive excellence transcends mere transportation, entering the domain of mechanical artistry. This legendary marque, reborn under the Volkswagen Group's stewardship, has created a category of its own in the ultra-luxury automotive world, where speed and status intertwine in perfect harmony. At the heart of Bugatti's modern identity lies the Chiron, a vehicle that represents the pinnacle of automotive engineering and craftsmanship. With a starting price of approximately $3 million, 0 cents, the Chiron isn't merely an expensive car, it's an expression of what's possible when cost becomes irrelevant in the pursuit of perfection. Each vehicle requires approximately 6 months to build, with a team of highly specialized artisans working in the historic Molsheim facility in France's Alsace region. The exclusivity of Bugatti's ownership extends far beyond the initial purchase. The brand maintains an intimate relationship with its clients, many of whom own multiple Bugatti vehicles. These relationships are cultivated through private events, exclusive track days, and bespoke customization programs that allow owners to create truly unique expressions of their personal tastes. The SUR program, for instance, offers levels of personalization that few other manufacturers can match, with some custom commissions requiring years of development and engineering. What sets Bugatti apart in the ultra-luxury sphere is its ability to combine record-breaking performance with unparalleled refinement. The Chiron Supersport 300 Plus became the first production car to break the 300 mph barrier, yet it can be driven comfortably to dinner at a Michelin-starred restaurant. This duality speaks to the brand's understanding of its clientele, people who demand the extraordinary in every aspect of their lives. The ownership experience extends into a realm of services and privileges that remain largely unknown to the general public. Bugatti maintains a network of specialized technicians who will travel anywhere in the world to service their clients' vehicles. The brand's mobile technical support unit, known as Flying Doctors, ensures that every Bugatti remains in perfect condition regardless of its location. This level of service reflects the understanding that for Bugatti owners, time is often the most precious commodity. Perhaps most intriguing is the invisible network of relationships that exists among Bugatti owners. These people form a global community of connoisseurs who share not just a passion for exceptional automobiles, but often intersecting business interests and social connections. Ownership of a Bugatti serves as an unspoken signal of membership in this ultralight circle, where the car becomes a gateway to experiences and relationships that transcend the automotive world. The brand's limited production numbers ensure that Bugatti ownership remains one of the most exclusive clubs in the world. With annual production never exceeding 100 units and many models limited to far fewer examples, the scarcity of these vehicles continues to grow. Yet, unlike many other luxury items, Bugattis are meant to be used and enjoyed, not merely collected. The brand encourages owners to drive their vehicles, organizing exclusive events where these magnificent machines can be exercised as intended. In the rarefied air of ultra-luxury brands, Bugatti stands apart through its unique combination of historical significance, engineering excellence, and modern interpretation of luxury. It represents not just the pinnacle of automotive achievement, but a philosophy that views limitations, whether in terms of cost, engineering challenges, or conventional wisdom, as mere starting points for what's possible. For those who understand this philosophy, a Bugatti is more than a car. It's a testament to human ambition and the endless pursuit of perfection. Lesson 9. Buben and Zorweg guards the ultra-elite treasures. In the rarefied world of ultra-luxury safes and watchwinders, one name stands above all others: Buben and Zorweg. This Austrian company has mastered the art of protecting the most precious possessions of the world's wealthiest people, creating masterpieces that are as much about showcasing wealth as they are about securing it. What sets Buben and Zorweg apart is their understanding that true luxury isn't just about functionality, it's about creating an experience. Their safes and watchwinders are architectural marvels, often incorporating exotic materials like rare woods, hand-polished steel, and bulletproof glass. These pieces become the centerpieces of private watch collections and jewelry vaults, with some installations costing upwards of 7 figures. The company's signature Objects of Time Rail series exemplifies their approach to luxury security. These freestanding masterpieces combine state-of-the-art security features with museum-quality display capabilities. Each piece is essentially a private vault that doubles as functional art, often featuring integrated humidors, watchwinders, and climate-controlled display areas. The most exclusive models even include tourbillon clocks crafted by master watchmakers, making them treasures in their own right. The relationship between Buben and Zorweg and their clients is intensely personal. The process begins with private consultations, often in the client's home, where the company's specialists assess not just security needs but aesthetic preferences and spatial requirements. Many clients commission completely bespoke pieces, leading to creations that are as unique as fingerprints. These custom projects can take years to complete, with every detail meticulously planned and executed. The technology within these objects is as impressive as their exterior beauty. Biometric security systems, redundant locking mechanisms, and silent alarm connections to private security firms are standard features. Some models incorporate time-delayed opening mechanisms and GPS tracking. Yet these technical elements are seamlessly integrated, never detracting from the overall aesthetic impact. Perhaps most telling is the company's discreet nature regarding their client list. While other luxury brands might hint at their famous customers, Buben and Zorweg maintains absolute silence about who owns their pieces. This discretion has made them the go-to choice for royal families, heads of state, and ultra-high net worth people who value privacy above all else. The brand's latest innovations include integrating smart home technology and remote monitoring capabilities, allowing owners to control and monitor their precious possessions from anywhere in the world. Yet these modern features are always implemented with classic elegance. Touchscreens disappear behind hand-finished panels, and control interfaces are hidden within seemingly solid surfaces. What truly distinguishes Buben and Zorweg is their understanding of the psychology of ultra-wealthy collectors. These aren't merely storage solutions, they're statements about the owner's appreciation for craftsmanship, security, and aesthetic refinement. When a collector invites select guests to view their watch collection or jewelry vault, the Buben and Zorweg piece becomes part of the story, demonstrating not just wealth, but discernment and sophistication. The company's latest installations often include entire rooms designed around their security systems, creating private museums for personal collections. These spaces feature carefully controlled lighting, humidity, and temperature systems, along with sophisticated display mechanisms that can present specific pieces on command. Some installations even include private lounges where collectors can admire and share their treasures in complete security and comfort. In the world of ultra-luxury, Buben and Zorweg represents the pinnacle of discreet security and display solutions. Their creations protect and showcase the treasures of the world's most discerning collectors, doing so with an elegance and sophistication that makes them treasures in their own right. They understand that at the highest levels of wealth, security isn't just about locks and alarms. It's about creating an experience that honors and elevates the precious objects entrusted to their care. Lesson 10. Vacheron Constantino, the connoisseur's watch. In the rarefied air of Hotel Logari, where masterpieces are measured not in mere ticks but in centuries of expertise, Vacheron Constantin founds as perhaps the most distinguished name among true watch connoisseurs. Founded in 1755, this Genevois manufacturer holds the distinction of being the world's oldest continuously operating watchmaker. But age alone does not explain its position at the apex of horological excellence. The magic of Vacheron Constantin lies in its absolute dedication to pushing the boundaries of what's possible in mechanical watchmaking while maintaining an almost obsessive adherence to traditional craftsmanship. Each timepiece that leaves their workshops represents countless hours of hand finishing by master artisans who have spent decades perfecting their craft. The level of detail is such that even parts that will never be seen by human eyes are decorated to perfection, a philosophy that speaks volumes about the brand's commitment to absolute excellence. What truly sets Vacheron Constantin apart in the ultra-luxury watch sphere is its Les Cabinotiers department, a secretive Alexandra atelier that creates some of the most complicated timepieces ever made. These bespoke creations, often commissioned by collectors who wish to own something truly unique, can take years to complete and may never be revealed to the public. The department's name pays homage to the talented watchmakers who worked in small workshops in 18th century Geneva, and this connection to history perfectly encapsulates the brand's essence. The most discerning collectors understand that owning a Vacheron Constantin is about more than possessing a rare timepiece. It's about being part of a legacy of horological excellence that spans over 2.5 centuries. The brand's reference 57,260, the most complicated mechanical watch ever created, with 57 complications and 2,826 components, serves as a testament to what's possible when cost and time constraints are removed from the equation. Yet it's not just these headline-grabbing pieces that make Vacheron special. Even their simpler watches demonstrate an unmatched level of finishing and technical sophistication. Within the inner circles of watch collecting, Vacheron Constantin serves as a subtle identifier of truly refined taste. Unlike some other prestigious brands that have become more widely recognized status symbols, Vacheron maintains its position as a maker of watches for those who appreciate the finest details of haute horlogerie. The brand's overseas collection, while representing their entry into the luxury sports watch category, still maintains an air of exclusivity and sophistication that sets it apart from more common alternatives. The relationship between Vacheron Constantin and its clients often spans generations, with timepieces being passed down as both valuable heirlooms and symbols of appreciation for mechanical artistry. The brand's archives, meticulously maintained since its founding, contain detailed records of every watch ever produced, allowing owners to trace the complete history of their timepieces. This connection to history and provenance adds another layer of value that particularly appeals to collectors who view their watches as more than mere accessories. In the world of ultra-luxury watchmaking, Vacheron Constantin represents the pinnacle of what can be achieved when artisanal craftsmanship meets mechanical innovation. Their timepieces speak a language understood only by those who have developed a deep appreciation for the finest examples of watchmaking art. It's not uncommon for collectors to spend years learning about and pursuing specific Vacheron Constantin models, understanding that true connoisseurship requires both patience and knowledge. In this way, the brand continues to maintain its position as the watchmaker of choice for those who seek not just a timepiece, but a masterpiece of human ingenuity and artistic expression. Lesson 11. Vacheron Constantinova. The Connoisseur's Watch. The world of haute horlogerie has many prestigious names, but Vacheron Constantin stands apart as the choice of true watch connoisseurs. Founded in 1755, it holds the distinction of being the world's oldest continuously operating watchmaker, with an unbroken lineage of masterpieces that spans over 2.5 centuries. Yet unlike other luxury timepiece manufacturers who have embraced modern marketing tactics, Vacheron Constantin maintains an air of discretion that appeals to the most sophisticated collectors. The brand's commitment to excellence manifests in its membership in the prestigious Hallmark of Geneva, a certification that represents the pinnacle of watchmaking standards. Each timepiece bearing this seal undergoes rigorous testing and inspection, with standards so exacting that only a handful of manufacturers qualify. For Vacheron Constantin, this isn't merely about meeting requirements, it's about upholding a tradition of excellence that predates the Industrial Revolution. What sets Vacheron Constantin apart in the ultra-luxury watch segment is its dedication to traditional watchmaking methods while pushing the boundaries of mechanical complexity. The brand's master watchmakers still practice techniques that have been passed down through generations, some of which are known only within the walls of their Geneva workshops. These artisans spend years, sometimes decades, perfecting their craft before being entrusted with creating the manufacturer's most complicated timepieces. The brand's Le Cabinotier department represents the apex of personalized watchmaking. This invitation-only service creates unique pieces for collectors who understand that true luxury isn't about immediate gratification. Some commissions can take years to complete, with prices that often exceed 7 figures. These bespoke timepieces are more than watches. They are mechanical art pieces that showcase the full breadth of Vacheron Constantin's capabilities. Among the ultra-wealthy, owning a Vacheron Constantin signifies membership in an exclusive circle of collectors who value substance over show. The brand's pieces are rarely adorned with obvious markers of wealth, no flashy diamonds or conspicuous designs, unless specifically commissioned. Instead, the value lies in the countless hours of handwork, the complexity of the movements, and the subtle details that only other connoisseurs would recognize. The brand's archives tell stories of timepieces commissioned by royalty, heads of state, and industrial titans throughout history. These relationships continue today, though with characteristic discretion. When a significant piece changes hands at auction or a new complicated watch is unveiled, it creates ripples through the collecting community that go unnoticed by the general public. This is exactly how the brand's most valued clients prefer it. Vacheron Constantin's boutiques operate differently from typical luxury retail environments. Many of their most exceptional pieces are never displayed publicly, reserved instead for private viewings with established clients. The relationship between the brand and its collectors often spans generations, with timepieces passed down as family heirlooms alongside the privileged access to new releases and special editions. The manufacturer's approach to innovation deserves special mention. While other brands rush to embrace modern materials and manufacturing techniques, Vacheron Constantin carefully evaluates new technologies through the lens of their horological tradition. This measured approach ensures that any innovation serves to enhance rather than replace the human element in their watchmaking. In a world where luxury is increasingly accessible and visible, Vacheron Constantin remains steadfastly committed to its role as the watchmaker's watchmaker. It's a brand that doesn't need to announce itself. Its presence on a collector's wrists speaks volumes to those who understand the language of fine horology. This is perhaps why it remains the choice of connoisseurs who appreciate that the highest form of luxury is that which reveals its excellence only to those who possess the knowledge to recognize it. Lesson 12. Vacheron Constantin, the Connoisseur's Watch. In the rarefied air of haute horologerie, where masterpieces are measured not in mere ticks but in centuries of expertise, Vacheron Constantin stands as perhaps the most distinguished name among true watch connoisseurs. Founded in 1755, this genial Weimannen represents the pinnacle of watchmaking aristocracy, creating timepieces that speak to those who understand that true luxury is measured in the whispered details rather than shouted statements. The essence of Vacheron Constantin lies in its unbroken lineage of watchmaking excellence, spanning over 265 years. This continuity manifests in every timepiece that leaves their workshops, where master craftsmen still employ techniques that date back centuries, alongside cutting-edge innovations that push the boundaries of what's possible in mechanical watchmaking. The brand's motto, "Do better if possible," and that is always possible, reflects a philosophy that resonates deeply with the ultra-wealthy who share this relentless pursuit of excellence. What sets Vacheron Constantin apart in the minds of true connoisseurs is their commitment to creating watches that serve as mechanical art pieces rather than mere status symbols. Their Les Cabinotier department, which produces unique pieces and highly complicated watches on commission, represents the apex of personalized luxury. These bespoke creations often take years to complete and are discussed in hushed tones among collectors who understand that some of the world's most extraordinary timepieces never appear in any catalog or public display. The brand's reference 57,260, introduced in 2015 as the most complicated mechanical watch ever made, with 57 complications, serves as a testament to what's possible when cost and time constraints are removed from the equation. This piece, commissioned by a private collector, required 8 years of development, and serves as a beacon of horological achievement that few will ever see in person. Yet its existence elevates the entire brand in the eyes of those who truly understand its significance. Among the ultra-wealthy, Vacheron Constantin ownership signifies membership in an unspoken fellowship of watch intellectuals. These are people who can appreciate the subtle distinction between fine finishing and exceptional finishing, who understand why a hand-beveled bridge represents countless hours of skilled craftsmanship, and who recognize that the true value of a timepiece lies not in its market price, but in the accumulated knowledge and skill required to create it. The brand's historic pieces tell stories that resonate particularly with old money families and serious collectors. From the watches created for monarchs and heads of state to the legendary American 921 movement, each creation adds to a rich tapestry of horological history that continues to influence contemporary design. This heritage is particularly apparent in their historics collection, where historic references are reinterpreted with modern sophistication while maintaining their original essence. The discretion with which Vacheron Constantin conducts its business particularly appeals to the ultra-wealthy who prefer their luxury choices to fly under the radar. Unlike brands that court celebrity endorsements or splash their achievements across social media, Vacheron Constantin maintains an air of quiet dignity. Their boutiques serve as sanctuaries for serious collectors, where conversations about minute repeaters and perpetual calendars unfold naturally among those who speak the language of high horology. In the world of ultra-luxury watchmaking, Vacheron Constantin represents the pinnacle of what can be achieved when artisanal excellence meets mechanical innovation. Its timepieces serve as subtle signals among those who understand that true luxury isn't about showing off wealth, but about appreciating the culmination of human ingenuity, skill, and artistic vision in its highest form. For the ultra-wealthy who seek out these masterpieces, owning a Vacheron Constantin isn't about telling time. It's about being part of an unbroken chain of horological excellence that stretches back through centuries and continues to define the very essence of luxury watchmaking.